Welcome to our 813 square foot, 2-bed, 2-bath condo in the East End of Toronto. We purchased this condo in 2017 and moved in about 4.5 years later in 2021. And then we didn't actually take ownership of it until almost a year later in 2022. And if you're wondering how that works, then stay tuned for a video I'm going to be making about what it's like to buy a pre-construction condo in Toronto. Anyways, back to the tour. Here we are in our front hallway. As you can see, it's pretty spacious. I kind of wish it was a little bit less spacious because I'd love to have that extra room in the bedrooms, but it's really functional for us, so I'll take what I can get. To my right over here, we have a huge front hall closet, and then we have a laundry room. It's not huge, but it does the trick. There's a little bit of extra storage space, and it's really nice to have laundry in the apartment. All right, and then moving into the apartment itself, we'll go and see the second bathroom first. So it's pretty small, but it has a really nice rain shower. It's really great to have a second bathroom, then you never have to share. So moving out of the second bathroom and back into the hallway, we get into the main living space. So this is the main living space. We have our kitchen and then we have our living room, but let's cover the kitchen first. So we didn't upgrade anything in this condo. It's all the standard builder grade, but they had some really awesome design choices, like these walnut cabinets with black lowers and black quartz countertops. All of the kitchens had this, but it's got a really nice integrated fridge. It's pretty high-end appliances. There's a Fisher & Paykel fridge, which is an Australian brand, and then a nice deep freezer. If you're wondering why all of our appliances are empty, it's because we've been running this as an Airbnb for the past 8 months, but I'll talk about that more later. Again, so we have really nice walnut uppers, a really nice deep sink, but even though it looks like it is a pretty spacious kitchen, especially for a condo, it doesn't actually have that much storage space. Like I said, the appliances are integrated, so this is actually our dishwasher. We really don't have a lot of cabinets, which is why we went with an extra cabinet over here, which is just an IKEA Besta cabinet, but it gives us a lot of extra storage space for pots and pans and things, and somewhere to put our microwave, because as you can see, the kitchen doesn't have an integrated microwave anywhere. We also didn't upgrade for an island in this kitchen. Instead, we repurposed our dining room table from our old apartment and we put it on some IKEA trestle legs, which let us lift it up to counter height, so we have extra workspace for when we're in the kitchen. And just because it's only 2 of us living here, it's plenty of space with 2 stools tucked underneath for us to sit and eat. But if we wanted to, we could easily take it down to be dining table height and bring in some extra chairs and have people sit around it. So it's a lot more versatile than an island in that way. And we really like this tabletop because Edward and his dad built it together. It is solid maple. What kind of maple? It is solid roasted maple. And we plan to hold on to it for a long time. It actually works really great in this space. In our old apartment, we had it specifically made kind of narrow because we had a narrow dining space in that apartment too, and it worked out well in here to let us have ample walking space on both sides. I really like having this open shelving. It makes our daily use plates and bowls and glasses really accessible. One thing I will say about condos, because I don't think this is specific to our condo, is that the way that they feed energy to the ovens makes it so that they take a really, really long time to heat up. This is a Porter & Charles oven, which is again a high-end British brand. and it takes 45 minutes to preheat, which is insane if you ever want to cook anything. So we don't use it very much, even though we're big cooks. On this wall, we have some art from our travels. This is, what is the island in Paris called? Is it Ile Saint-Louis? I think this is Ile Saint-Louis, but I will correct myself if I'm wrong. These are some pictures of Romania that I took while traveling there with my family in the north, and of Positano, and these are some photos of Mexico that Ed's mom took. Okay, moving on from the kitchen into the living room. We are trying to make the most of what is a pretty small space, but it gets a lot of light. We have a north-facing window, so it gets more light in summer than in winter, but the flip side is that we don't have some of the noisy street noise we would have if we were facing the other streets around us. When we moved in here, we were repurposing a lot of our old apartments' furniture. We didn't want to buy anything new that wasn't absolutely necessary because we weren't sure how long we would be in this space, and we're still not quite sure how long we're going to be in this space. So we repurposed an IKEA corner chair and ottoman from our old space and turned it into a couch. We also repurposed our coffee table and our chair, and this secondary Besta unit, which was actually in my old office at our old apartment. We don't have a TV in here because we've actually put it in our den, which I will show you in a little bit. But one thing we did get for this space was a new desk for me. So this is not only a living room, but it's also a secondary workspace. We both work from home, so I have my workspace out here, and you'll see that Edward has his workspace in the den. Other things of note in here, this rug I got off of Etsy. It used to live in our bedroom, but works pretty well in here. This piece of art is kind of on loan from one of my good friends. It used to be in her house, but then she downsized, so she doesn't have space for it right now. It's a John Singer Sargent piece. And over here we have some more stuff from our travels that I've reframed with vintage frames and had a frame store make custom mats for it to sort of make it look a little bit more elevated. This is a postcard we got in Positano. This is another postcard that I got at a museum, and this is a vintage postcard I bought in Paris when I was living there a few years ago. In terms of furnishings, we have a bit of a mix. This is a table we inherited from Edward's parents. We bought this chair at the Leslieville flea market like 6 or 7 years ago, longer. This is a lamp from Target. Again, another IKEA piece. These curtains are blackout curtains, also from IKEA. Very affordable. The track is also from IKEA. Not the most stable, but does the trick and was way cheaper than going with a professional track curtain option. But like Edward just said from behind the camera, installing a track curtain rod piece like this from IKEA is a test for any relationship. And would I do it again? No, but I also wouldn't spend lots of money on having someone else do it. Anyways, so that's the living room. Now we're gonna turn you around and take you back into what is actually the second bedroom, but that we use as our only bedroom in this apartment because there's only 2 of us living here. So this is it. She's small. She's mighty. I hate that she doesn't have a window, and this is part of why I don't want to live here anymore. If you come a little bit closer, this is pretty standard for a Toronto second bedroom in a condo. Unless you're in a corner unit, what counts as a bedroom is a room at the back of your condo that has a window, aka a sliding glass door. Sometimes the glass doors are frosted. Sometimes they're not. I think maybe if they're frosted, it actually doesn't count as a bedroom. But it works for us. Like I said, there's only 2 of us. And the room is pretty small, but it does fit a queen size bed and small side tables. Because we couldn't fit any bigger side tables, we used to use dressers as a side table. We have our dressers actually in the closet. There's 2 of them. Gives us lots of storage space. Again, like I said, things are empty because we're not currently living here. One bonus of having the bedroom not have a window and have it be at the back of the condo is that it's super quiet, so we sleep pretty soundly in here. We could have put an office in here, but we figured all we're doing is sleeping in the bedroom, so we might as well put it in a room that doesn't have light and instead save the main bedroom, the primary bedroom, and turn that into an office/den so that we're spending our daytimes in the daylight. So let's go there next. All right, so this is the primary bedroom, aka our den/office. This couch used to be in our living room in our old apartment before we bought this condo, and we didn't put it in the living room here because it just was too bulky for the space, but it works really well in here and is super comfortable. So we actually make this our prime TV watching space. We have actually a TV instead of a monitor on the desk. It serves as both. It's not the best monitor, but it does the trick because it's a smart TV. Oh yeah, and this couch is Pottery Barn, and we got a really great deal on it because I bought it during Pottery Barn's annual friends and family sale. So we got it for 25% off, and it was a custom couch. Like, we got to pick the fabric. And not only did we get that original 25% off, but because it took 6 whole months to actually come, we got an additional 20% off. So it was a really great deal. And I'm kind of loath to ever part with it because it is made in the US and it's really good quality, but it all depends on whether it fits in the next space we move into. And then this desk, actually, we inherited from Edward's parents. And fun fact, it once belonged to Margaret Atwood. Edward's mom used to work with Graham Gibson's first wife, and she was friends with Margaret Atwood, and when Graham Gibson left his first wife for Margaret Atwood, the wife didn't want the desk anymore. So now it's ours. This happened, decades and decades ago, but that's our little claim to fame. And unfortunately, owning the desk has not turned me into a Margaret Atwood level author, but maybe something good rubs off. I don't know. What else can I tell you about the space? The closet in here, even though it's the primary bedroom, is actually a little bit smaller than the second bedroom. So I don't mind having the second bedroom for that reason either. Right now it's got our Airbnb linens in it, but we are no longer running an Airbnb. Right where you are, behind Mr. Cameraman, is just a shelf we got from IKEA that perfectly fits the space. Again, it was just like, what can we get that suits the style and is very low cost because we don't know how long we'll be here. So that's the primary bedroom. It has its own primary bath, the second bath, if you will be so bold as to follow me in here. This bathroom has a really nice deep tub, which is another pro of having a second bath. You get a shower and a bath. And it has the dual showers that I wish the other bathroom had. But other than that, it's pretty standard. Again, in here we have quartz countertops and just pretty basic black cabinets, nice hex tile on the floor. Yeah, so let's take you back to the living room and I'll give you the final few facts about how much we spend on this place and what we're thinking of doing with it moving forward. Okay, so that was the tour of our 2-bed, 2-bath condo in Toronto. We pay about $28.50 a month for this place. That includes our mortgage, which is about $19.50, the maintenance fees, which are about $5.50, utilities, which usually are about $100 a month, $50 a month for internet, and then about $250 a month we put aside for property taxes. Is it $60 now? We spend about $40 to $60 a month on insurance, depending on whether we're living here or if we have the short-term rental additional insurance for when we're running it as an Airbnb. And one thing I didn't show you because it's winter and there's not much to see is our balcony. which is 125 square feet, which is actually pretty spacious. It runs the span of our apartment, and you can easily fit a bistro table with chairs. You could probably even fit a 4-seater table there with chairs, as well as a like lounging couch to sit on. And the balcony has a natural gas hookup, so you can hook up your barbecue directly to natural gas, and it has water as well. So yeah, that is our 2-bed, 2-bath condo in the East End of Toronto. It's pretty great for what it is. We were never really planning on buying a condo, and we did, and I was very pleasantly surprised when it was finally finished. But I will talk about that more in our video about how we ended up buying this condo, so stay tuned for that. That's the tour of our condo. Thanks for coming over, and we'll see you in the next one.